Would you want it moved over there?
Oh, the camera there.
Do you want it over there? Hold on. But yeah, but then we're not looking at the camera.
Anyway, hello.
Hi. I like the way he comes up with this just as we're live. Yes.
Look,
sorry, I can't. Otherwise, I have to go over there, or we can have the webcam and have it on that one.
No, we'll stop with this.
Hello, good afternoon. As you can tell, Matt is down with us.
Of course, I love it.
Arrived yesterday afternoon.
I did.
Wrecking ball.
Well, kind of.
So yes, and we've been getting down and dirty today.
Well,
who knew?
We've been
you do know when I do this, I'm going to put some.
I know you are some innuendo.
Yeah. On this.
Yeah.
So yes, there will be plenty of that. Anyway, we have been very busy doing dioramas. Matt's come down this week to teach us all how to do dioramas.
Okay.
Well, me actually, because I'm like,
we're just playing with some bases, aren't we?
Yes. So plan of action, what we've been up to today is doing a base for this little guy, which we finished a couple of months back now. But we've always had it in mind that we wanted to go onto a little bit of a base, a little bit of a thing with this one. So what we've done is we've been recording all morning. Somehow I've got to edit this lot together and go through about it. So yes, in our traditional way of doing things, there's going to be some outtakes, which we will leave in. Like we measured it completely wrong.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So anyway, it's all been very good. So that's the plan of action. So what we thought we'd do with today, because obviously, to be honest, I can't really do anything because we're in a bit messy here. Should we take it around so they can see where
what we're doing?
Better. There it is. It looks like a bed from this angle. It looks like a bed sheet now.
It does,
Cut the pillars.
Yeah. I think you can put it on. It's dry, and I don't think it's going to stick because it's ain't got the weight, has it? So here's the sort of planned layout, and then we have got a
picture,
kind of a picture that we're going off, shall we say?
Hold on, I've lost the picture. Hold on, let me bring it back up. Oh God, I've lost the picture. Where's
down,
is it down?
Yeah, it's down. It's definitely down.
Okay, hold on. Hold your thoughts, everybody. We'll be with you right directly. I've lost. There it is.
There it is.
Okay, so we've got this picture here, which we borrowed from the Imperial War Museum.
Thank you.
So clearly it's the wrong aircraft, we know, but we're just going for what it's actually, the area it's in. So it's got a berm. It's got a grass berm behind it, as you can see, and then it's got a brick wall in front down in there. So it's like a hardened area for it, a dispersal point. What do they call it? It's got a name.
It's got a name there.
It's got a name. They call it a, where are we? Undergoing service here, a blast walled dispersal point.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
So yeah, so that's what we're trying to achieve with this one. Obviously, we're not going to have the wall because that's where you or the viewer will be.
Yes.
But it's going to have a grassy berm behind it.
Yeah.
Grassy knoll.
The grassy knoll. Yeah.
On the back of it and all the rest of it. So the way we've been achieving this is with hot wire cutter. So we've gone round and done. We've also got a frame that this sits in, I should say, as well. So it's got a very posh frame, which is here it is.
It does fit perfect.
It does fit perfectly in here.
This is just a cheap picture frame.
Yeah.
And then it's cut to size, and we can't press it.
I can't press it in there because it will get stuck.
It's a bit damp, but that'll sit in there, and then obviously we're going to laminate the sides with some wood, which is down there.
Yep.
I thought it was near me.
Yes, we've got some balsa wood for it.
Basswood we've got.
Basswood, it's called.
Basswood,
yeah.
Which is a bit harder than balsa wood, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to plank it to obviously neaten all these sides up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got a set of, wherever I've put them.
What's that? What, the figures?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
They were there. Where'd they go?
They were literally... Keep moving stuff.
I know, we keep moving stuff to move around here.
Let me find them.
Fine.
I'll put them back down here.
Yes.
No.
Anyway, we have got a set of figures somewhere.
They've gone for lunch.
Yeah.
What happens is there's some ICM figures anyway, which is the RAF ground crew and a few pilots with the dog.
Yes.
And they are somewhere around, but they're going to be spread out because obviously we've got all the cowlings and stuff.
Yes.
And put around it. It's like it's in maintenance. So yeah, it's going to be simplish base, but effective, I think.
Yeah. So we're using the old high density foam, and then Matt's brought down. He's got a big cutter, which you will see.
You'll see
in the video when it comes up next week, probably. And again, it's one of those ones where it's just basically great for sculpting and cutting out. When we've got a hand one, we've gone down that. We've glued these two back parts together, and then we've put down a coat of the old Mod Podge, which is this stuff, which is basically like fancy PVA glue.
It is.
So, but this is matte, so it doesn't dry shiny, which is quite handy. So we've got some of that, and then obviously we've just been getting down and dirty with some clay. So, and we've been putting clay all over it. So we're waiting for that to dry. Then it'll get another coat of Mod Podge.
Yep.
And then
quick sealer coat.
Yeah.
And then we'll get the terrain textures on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the next stage. We're hoping to get done today, and then tomorrow, when that's all dry overnight, we can move on to the next stage. So this has been out in the garden baking, and you can tell actually
it's drying
just
on the
drying
edges,
all on the edges. So with the heat and everything, it shouldn't take too long, which is nice. There you go.
Yeah, it looks like it's on the beach.
It does. It does actually. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we're getting there.
Yes, it is getting there. So again, what we've done is we've literally just had the camera basically just rolling whilst we've been doing this. So it's going to take a bit of editing. I'll try and sharpen it up a bit, and then what we'll do is obviously I'll turn it into a couple of videos about doing this one. And again, we've been playing with the other idea as well for the dozer. That's on a mock-up one at the moment as well for doing that. And again, we've got ideas for another one we're going to do on a slightly bigger project as well, wasn't it?
Yes.
On multi-tiered level one.
Yeah.
So which we'll do in the near future. But this is really just to sort me out because I haven't got a clue. Because again, a lot of the ways we've done this isn't necessarily the way I would do it. And it's quite nice learning different ways.
Yeah.
You know, because again, the way I usually do it is very much two-dimensional plane. It's flat. It has, you know, maybe a bit of texture on the ground, but that's it. But learning about heights and difference and, you know, angles, your vertical elements.
It is, yeah.
So we need a windsock.
A windsock, yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're thinking what we could put on there, but it depends on obviously what you're working with and what you're working on of how to do it. You can crop that if you want. If you want to just move that out of the way.
What, this one?
Yeah, it's light enough. That's a good thing about these.
Yes.
So this is Phil's obviously dozer he did. Are you all right with that?
Yep, yep.
Just stick it on there. Perhaps not, eh?
I'll hold it.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, pass it up on the floor.
Yeah, I'll get over there. So yeah, so we got this one down in here, which is sort of working on the elements. So all we've used is the offcuts. So we've got it up on here so we can see a bit of the track, and also it puts it at a bit of an angle, as you can see. And then the idea as well, this is just obviously the basic part, and then we'll just add texture, rubble, height to it, and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
So some bricks and rubble and stuff like that to it as well, which again we can do lots with using the offcuts of all of this, which is what we've been using a lot of this.
Yes, it's all right because this has got a live suspension or workable suspension, which some of them have. So obviously you can make use of that with, like I say, we're putting it on a bit of an angle, a bit more dramatic than just flat.
Yes.
So yeah, I say it's just the offcuts we were just playing, weren't we? It's like, that looks all right, and that's the best thing about it. You can just have a play, not really commit to anything, and just have a rough. It'll come to you, I think. The ideas will.
Yeah. And again, like we were saying, is that, you know, you get some people and they'll like use an image or they'll have an idea and literally do drawings of it and all the rest of it. We're a bit more organic.
Yeah.
More
I do
fluid.
Like using photos. I do a lot now, searching online for different photos and taking inspiration from them. But yeah, I know what you mean. It is an organic process, I think, doing bases.
Yeah, definitely.
Unless you've really, really got an idea you want to pull off.
And you're just doing it to that letter.
But yes. So
yeah. What's the white stuff? The white, what, on top? That's clay. So that's just air drying clay. So we slapped a coat of that all over it. So it's got the foam like this. Then it's got a coat of the Mod Podge, basically PVA glue, which seals then the foam and also gives it something to bite onto and grip to. Then the clay goes over the top. Then we'll put another coat of that onto it once we're happy with that. And then obviously you can get the textures, which we've got some of this stuff, which we use this,
I've used other colours of it because that's the neutral one, which is obviously the clear one.
Yeah.
You can get dark earth, light earth, all sorts of different earthy colours.
Yeah.
But obviously it's an acrylic base, so if you wanted to whack some colour in it, you could. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Mix it in.
Nice. Very good.
So, and it dries pretty quick, so that's good. It's like another plastic cut. It smells like emulsion.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you never smell that?
No.
Open it and smell it.
Live smell?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Just like emulsion.
It's got texture and stuff to it, so it's very sticky.
Sticky thick.
Yeah.
So it's emulsion with grit in it.
I wouldn't say that. I'm not going to say anything.
So yes. Anyway, so that's what we've been basically up to. And apart from obviously we did a road trip to buy a lot of this.
We was going to film it, but I forgot to take his camera.
I didn't have my camera because, to be honest, what a stranger, I was in the dentist. Had a quick check up in the dentist, then over to the thingy, certain, what's it called?
Hobbycraft.
Hobbycraft, that's the one.
Yes.
And we got some of this stuff. So that's it. Mod Podge. Didn't get that. And
Wood.
Wood.
Double-sided tape.
Double-sided tape and all the other bits we needed.
Yeah, a few
So,
other bits and
few
bobs.
other bits. So yeah, no, we're all good. So anyway, that's, you know, pretty much. The sock tip didn't work well for a friend who, was it? Pointed out loads of fluff
On the paint finish.
on the paint finish. Not good for Telford comps. What was the sock trip? I remember we were talking about a sock one, but I can't remember in what context. Was it for masking or something? I think it was. Was it to do with camo? It was something, wasn't it?
Could have been. I don't know.
Can't remember. It's for a soft edge on it.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yes. So there you go, James. One thing I must admit, that's why Matt's here, really. Not only because we need to talk about work, but also it's because I'd like to get into it as well, and didn't have an idea, didn't have a clue about getting into doing dioramas and stuff.
And the one thing that I was going to bring, I forgot, didn't I?
Yeah, you do.
The Bible.
Yes, the
diorama big book, the
book
AK book. I think I said I'll bring that with me. There was going to be a couple of others I put up. Complete sidetracked and forgot.
Yes.
So luckily I have some of an idea of what I'm doing, but yeah, it's not quite. So we've got the static grass applicator, the static grass.
Yeah, static grass
so
applicator.
that'll be being shown as well.
Can you get a zap off that? Can you
I don't think it's that powerful. But I can try it if you want.
Okay, right. Hair standing on end.
Buzzing each other.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, we've got the bits and bobs, so we'll see how far we get while I'm down here. So
how do you do grass? As I say, we will explain all of this as we go. But yeah, so we've got a static grass applicator with special stuff.
Show.
It looks like a sieve.
It is a sieve, kind of. It's a sealed sieve. Now, hold on, just pull me the wire cutter out the way. This is a good buy for anybody who's into, cutting foam. That's what you want. This is an Amazon special. You can get different ones, but you just put your grass in there, obviously. Tip it upside down. Connect that to that. It's on a battery, so you switch it on and off. Yeah. And just sprinkle away.
So it makes all your static grass stand up.
Yes, basically. That's what it does. Yes. And then some of the static grass that I've bought. A bit of flock. Got a bit of late fall and a bit of dry. Obviously, the railroad people, there's loads of static grass. Yeah. Different lengths and stuff. This one will only do to a certain length. Right. Okay. And I can't remember what it is. I don't know if it's like 3 mil or 4 mil, because you can't get, because it's this long, they won't go through the mesh. Yeah. So, yeah, it should be. I hope the batteries still work after all this time. If not, we're going to get some batteries for it.
Fair enough. Yeah. No comment.
No, I know. Just what you need.
Definitely. So yes, that's the thing. So anyway, we will be showing all about this one. Yeah, you can buy different shades and various bits. Because I've got one which has got like mini rocks in it. It looks like a European field.
You can get the grass mats, can't you, as well? Which are pretty good things. It's hard to use them.
All right.
But all this, I don't normally use the colour what you get. Right. So you can get any colour because we're going to paint it. Okay. And make your own. Because it can be very one-dimensional, I think, is the colours. So, again, the other useful thing as well, which it's all okay today, isn't it? It is. Seagrass. A ball of seagrass. I bet there's loads around here. You could just go down Teignmouth and pick a load up.
I'll go wading.
Yeah. Which, again, you can just pull off the tufts and make longer bits of grass. You can use paintbrushes as well. They're good. Yeah.
Bristles.
Bristles off paintbrushes. Things like that. And you can make longer tufts of grass. But now there's loads of products out, to be honest, for foliage and fauna. All that type of stuff. So, yeah, but we'll get that tomorrow. We should hopefully get to that tomorrow anyway. Yes.
Well, yeah, hopefully, as you say, we'll go through this over the next couple of days and we'll be doing it.
That's it. You've got to have a new flocking tool.
This is all stuff I've never known I ever needed, but apparently I do.
Somebody will be shopping.
Yes, I'm off to Amazon
later.
Get it on the next day.
To be honest, I think actually, I surely need an affiliate for Amazon. But you can get like a starter set, I suppose, but it's more for railway guys, but with static grass and other textured items, and you can get it in a little bundle.
Oh, right, okay.
don't think it's overly expensive, but yeah, if you did want to get started on doing bases and that, because my bugbear is, people do sort of aircraft bases and they put grass on it.
Yeah,
it looks like a bowling green.
Yeah, it's way too flat and polished.
It's way flat, polished, and now it wouldn't be. So we're gonna obviously mix it up a bit. Clumps of grass here, a bit of bare soil or whatever you want to call it. Because also as well, we're going to use soil out of your garden,
genuine Devon
sieved,
soil,
baked.
Yes.
The finest Devonshire.
Yes. Clay round here though. That's the trouble.
What would we calling it? Real.
True grit. True earth or true grit.
True grit.
That was it.
That's it. So Flory, true grit.
True grit. Proper Devon.
Straight out of his garden.
Yes.
But yeah, it just has texture and stuff like that.
Yeah. But again, so yes, you get different shades of grass. Absolutely. Yeah. Just sprinkle it on. New to me,
there you go. But you see, never heard of that.
No. Yeah, as I say, a lot of the trained people do it.
Yeah, but they're bigger areas as well.
If
you're doing a proper layout,
yes,
you've got a lot of grass to get down.
Yes. Unfortunately, Tragos, because the guys mentioned about Tragos, they don't sell it.
No, I was thinking, and then I thought Tragos, probably better off going to Hobbycraft. But even theirs was because they did woodland scenics, and I thought they'd. I mean, it's a long time since I've been in one. They had a big range of woodland scenics, and that one was a bit rubbish, to be honest.
I think our one's quite a smaller store, so they don't carry as much as some of the others do.
Well, again, woodland scenics is another one that do a lot of,
But no, I think it's very interesting. I must admit, it's one of those things where
it adds a new dimension.
It adds a total new dimension to it. And as I say, I think it's quite nice to have your model displayed nicely. It's nice just to have them on the shelf, and that's where mine normally go, or hang on the wall. But if you have got the smaller ones, and definitely armour and bits and pieces, you can add a completely new sort of texture to it. Sorry,
yes,
wind's getting up.
It is. I opened the window earlier.
So
let a bit of air in.
Yes. So, but yeah, it's one of those ones where I'm learning. Hopefully, you guys will learn as well. I say we are recording it all. It will be a little bit fly on the wall with the recording, to say the least.
We might have to finish it on Skype.
Yes,
because I might be home by then.
Yeah,
but we'll see how far we get tomorrow. I think, to be honest, if we have a decent day, we could.
Yeah,
get quite a long way, even if you've just got a panel at the end.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
Yeah,
we'll be all right. But no, I must admit, I'm looking forward, and I'm learning. As I say, it's like when using the clay.
Yeah,
I've never done it that way before.
No,
I just plaster of Paris and just spread it on like a cake.
Yeah, it's just one of the ways to do it. Like I'll say to you, there's claycrete, there's the stuff that gaming guys use for their terrains. What I call it now, but that stuff which is like plaster of Paris, plaster mix, I think, like paper. Different, but it's all lightweight stuff, and that's the other thing as well, which is using this, it's just no weight to it whatsoever, is it? But it's sturdy. It's really dense. You can carve it. So you're going to demonstrate carving a wall, aren't you?
Yes, I will be doing a wall.
Of all his tools.
Yes, I need to buy some new tools though. I think get some shaping tools. But no, I must admit, as I say, this stuff is again something I've known about but never used particularly. Only done bits and pieces with it. And but it's great for carving, and you say with the wire cutter, just even a simple one like that one there, and you can actually do some quite interesting stuff with it all.
Just loads. There's loads of things. Figure it up.
Look,
you're doing diorama, I'm doing planes. Is Andy going to finish it? No chance.
Yes.
They behave. He's got till I think he's got till the end of the week, so I don't think that's going to happen because he's away next week.
Oh.
He's on his jolly holidays.
Yes.
Somewhere.
Where's he going again? He did say.
I don't know. You'll have to ask him.
He's doing a round robin trip somewhere. So.
Yeah, he is. So.
Yes, like Greg's saying, he says he's not into trains, but the layouts, shows amazing talent in dioramas, and also with the war gaming ones as well. Yeah,
they do, and that's the apart from some of the odd few guys on YouTube that do bases and stuff, it's actually they're more the people I watch is like the gaming guys and the train people for ideas and how they do it, because it's all a crossover. I mean, there's a lot more now than there ever has been. For scale, because obviously if you're going train stuff, it's their scale and not true 1/35 or 48 or whatever. But now obviously there's loads of companies bringing out terrains and like say grass and trees and plants
All
and
the stuff.
everything.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, laser cut plants and massive. They just look like just loads of stuff out there now. So yeah, or you can make your own if you're that way inclined.
Well, this is it. Absolutely.
You know, I think you've got the right plants like Kev's used before. You get the old glycerin.
All right. Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
And kind of preserve it.
Yes.
So yeah.
But yes. David says about they really need to have a case over the dioramas, and they just turn into dust magnets.
They do. You are correct. Mine do. Yeah, they do. Yeah. But again, if you put that much work into it, why not?
Yeah.
It's probably worth the investment.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that'd be funny. Those cases I've got there, they're not that far off the size, are they?
No, you could just do with a bit
more height, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not that far off.
The problem I've got is when you've got like telegraph poles,
yeah,
they're like this high.
Yes.
You're gonna need a custom built sort of case, aren't you?
But I think it's that thing as well. If you've got a glass cabinet, something else like that, you can get the majority of the dust off. I know they're never airtight, those things, but you can certainly keep a bit off there.
I have to build mine to fit an IKEA.
Yes. On
an IKEA shelf.
IKEA size, that's all it has to be.
Yeah.
Or with blocked. So yes. Not seen Pramjit for a while. Thinking of Hornby World. Yeah, he's just very busy. I did speak to him a couple of weeks ago, actually. I did have a confab. He still watches us. He's still on the site.
Yes.
He's a bit busy at the moment.
Needs some spares. No touch.
But yes, no, he's absolutely fine. Right. Has anybody got any questions? Post up your questions. As I say, we're on a Wing It show today. So post up anything you've got.
Phil's going to demo something.
I've got nothing, literally, because of all of this. I'm not popping that thing together.
There you go.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's on a very light colour. I don't think it will show. That's the trouble.
It'll be fine.
But we have got this.
Yes, we did show it. And actually, I bought one down for filter review.
Yes. So I must admit, I'm still absolutely love it. I had a quick sneak in the box. Looks very, very nice. Normally I don't, but seeing as Matt was here, we had a quick look in the box on that one. And it does look very nice, so I'll get the review of that one done.
And it comes with a soft top, which it don't show on there.
No, it doesn't show it with the soft top, but it has got the full tilt on it, which is odd.
Which is odd how they don't show it, because that's one of the highlights of the whole thing.
Yeah. So
I do like the helicopter in the background, man.
Yes.
I think they'll do one of them to go with it. 35th.
Are we into like what we say about Airfix?
Yeah, subliminal
advertising of forthcoming products.
Could be.
So yes, the guys saying they can't wait for the Gannet. I know the Gannet would be a cool one. Do a diorama for
that. You're going to do a carrier.
Yeah, do a ship. Yeah, that's it.
You could do one. Block this up.
That's it. Yes, you could have it.
Yeah.
Going down the elevator.
You could.
Yeah. Do a cutout and have it.
Yeah. Be small.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave you with that.
So yes, good job. So David said he gets a local glazer to cut 4mm glass and silicone them together. Not too expensive, really. It's probably a good idea, to be honest. If you've got a glazer locally, you can do that.
Yeah.
Cut your bits to thing and pop them together.
I don't know how much this was. Again, it was go on Amazon and have a look. There's different price ranges. There's some that's really quite expensive. I think this is sort of 20 or 30 quid, I think. But you can get, 100 quid plus, I think, from some make ones, branded. But this is just, I don't even know if it's got a name, to be honest. Model SGA Plus or something.
So technically all it's got, it's giving a positive charge.
You could make one if you're that, rock hard to attach a bit of wire to a battery, wouldn't it?
Up to a 9-volt battery.
And a teeth strainer.
Yeah.
You could do it.
Basically, that's all it is.
Yeah.
So basically it's causing a positive charge, which makes everything stand up. It's a bit like doing the old balloon with your hair trick. So all the flocking stands up. So you put it onto a wet surface and it stands up. And then when it dries, it's stuck there in position.
Yeah.
Which works really, really well.
It does, yeah. The 3D printer is still the same at the minute because we've been doing other things. Because now Andy's back up at the shop, he's just been having a catch up with what's going off. But yeah, it's you've just been
We
discussing
were
3D
discussing
printing
3D.
things.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, hopefully when he's back from his jolly holidays, we'll definitely dig it out and get it set up. Because I've set up the rear office again at work, because you obviously seen when I did the show last week, weren't it?
Yeah.
Which has been sort of abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
One, it's not the nicest place to be over winter. Look, what's in front of me on top of your...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where I put it. It's not the nicest place to be in winter, if I'm honest, but it's lovely in summer because it's really cool.
Yes.
It's so you can kind of use it for half a year. But yeah, because Andy's kind of taken over the front office again, I can move into the back and I can get more productive stuff done in there now. So yeah.
Adam says, how do I get the top off my super glue? It's glued on.
Oh no. Smash it.
What you do is you get a pair of these
pliers, yeah, or pipe wrench.
Yeah, that's it. And literally, I have it like that, and then I get my rubber one like this. And
do you do that?
Do that.
All right.
Because mine occasionally, well, my old one used to go on quite a lot. To be honest, that bottle's not so bad. It doesn't seem to leak down the sides, you know. But
pipe pliers, exactly. That's why I said get some
pipe pliers, sort of clean it off.
Pipe wrench.
Yes.
Yeah, I've done that a few times.
Yes. Why is he holding a fly zapper? Does it work as a fly zapper?
Never tried it, shall we?
There's one there.
One there, look. We'll catch it and then zap it.
We'll test it.
Yeah, that's a big one as well.
But we should try hanging this on the wall. Hold on. Let's have a look. See what it is. Yeah, that'll do.
Oh,
look, only 25,000. Can we have the company map? Can we have it in the front?
Yeah.
I'll have it
hanging.
in
That's
a
cheap
warehouse.
as chips, that.
Do you know what? That can't be right. Yeah, it's got to be too cheap.
Museum exhibition. It can't be much in it.
So what we're looking at, for people who haven't got a clue, is this.
Go and buy one.
Yeah, museum exhibit, non-flying. Oh, look.
They've took the good bit out of it.
I assume it must be a shell, but it doesn't look even bad for a shell, does it?
No.
So, yeah.
Where would you put it?
Yeah. Generic photo, do you think?
It is one flying.
Oh, yeah, that's Saudi one. Yeah.
There's another one.
Yeah.
What are you buying?
So what are you buying? Which one are you actually buying? Is it actually any of these photos?
Exactly.
Yeah.
If that's got engine, well, it's got some nozzles.
It's got nozzles.
Let's have a read the description.
Oh, it is an ex-Saudi one.
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, do you know where it is? It's in the one in Cornwall. They're trying to sell the one in Cornwall. Actually, it's not far from here.
Tow it up.
I could get it on the drive.
You could. I'm sure your better half would love that.
My other half would love that. We could have that on the drive. Right. Does anyone want to buy shares in it?
Yeah, let's all chip in. Let's have a GoFundMe page.
Yeah, we have a GoFundMe page. We can have the lightning on the front. I'm sure the neighbours might have something to say, but knowing actually that
Clarkson had one, and he got told.
Yeah, he got told to get rid of one as well. But 3 of my neighbours are all ex-military, so they'll be fine with it.
Design classic.
It is absolutely.
You can park that over there, and you won't get people parking opposite.
Yes, it's plus VAT as well.
Oh.
So we have to put it through the company.
Oh, we'd have to.
So we have to go through the company at that point. So
yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure the owners of the estate would love that stuck on the in the car park. Cool though, isn't it?
No, it's cool. I must admit, I thought it'd be a lot more money than that. I don't know why.
If they're trying to get rid of it,
yeah, it's probably got to be gone by Monday or something.
It's going to be scrap. Yeah, we never read that bit.
Yes. So.
Yes.
So yes, I think we could have that hanging on the wall anyway. It'd be fine.
Great, get it. She'll not mind.
She probably would.
Yes, probably would.
She'll probably want a new kitchen first.
And he lives in a flat.
That's it.
Oh dear.
Is it the trumpeter kit? That's probably going to be more my price bracket.
Yeah.
If you have one of them in the garden, it would be cool. Trouble is, if you have one of those just sat in the garden, they look like everybody else is sat in the garden. They go green.
Yeah, you never clean it.
Yeah.
And then it sinks into the ground.
Yeah, and then it just starts to fall apart.
There's that jag in there that I come here that's round Birmingham way.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, when you're on the M6 coming round, you always get that bend and it's in the trees.
Yeah.
Hanging apart.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. I don't know if it's still there or if it's been moved, but.
Yes. Tony says you might have to go through planning permission.
Probably.
Can't I just say it's an extension?
Yeah. It's a new man cave.
It's my carport. I can get a car under each wing.
A helicopter would be better because then you could convert that into a studio.
Yes, that would be quite
They're
good.
a bit, there's not a lot you can do with it. Like
have a Sea King.
Yeah, or
in the back of that.
There's that links, isn't there, where they convert it into glamping.
Glamping, yes. Yeah.
But Sea Kings are used for it, aren't they?
Mm.
Yeah, they're now turning
Sea
into
King.
glamping pods.
Also with Sea Kings, at least you can stand up in that.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Or you could go for a chin-up. And have extra room.
Yes, that's it. Or would you need a Freylon?
Oh yeah, you can stand up in one of them.
No problem in that.
That's huge. With the helicopter museum, like we use theirs.
Hello to Bangalore.
Hello.
Look, we're truly international today.
Aren't we just?
Hot water and pliers.
Is that for
getting your super glue lid off?
Okay.
Or just paint in general. I used to do a thing with Tamiya when you couldn't get the lids off. You know, sometimes it was the older ones I think used to do it. You proper on. You just stand them upside down in hot water, take them off till all the water comes down, and they always just come off easy then. So, but it's sad about super glue. I've never tried it that. Apparently they've got a course the Canberras for sale as well. Is that the blue one they had down there? I know they had the blue one. So what they can do with the Shackleton? They're
scrap it.
Poor old thing was falling apart for years when it was stuck out the front as the gate guardian, and now it's in bits.
Get the front end of the shack.
Yeah, that'd be quite cool. Yes.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah, look, give it to Nathan for the lightning sig. That'd be quite a cool one.
I'm sure I'd love that.
Yeah, as David said, so what it is, this lightning and the Canberra and all the rest of it, the Cornish Aviation Heritage Centre has been unfortunately closed down because they had to move, because they had a better offer for their site. And they couldn't find it. I thought they had found somewhere they were going to be on the other side of the road or something, but that's obviously fallen through now. So it's a bit unfortunate because they've got some very nice stuff down there. But hence, I think that's probably the price. They've just got to get rid of it. It's got to go. So, but I think if we all come together.
If we all club together.
We do that thing like they do. We'll write your name on the side of it or something. Yeah. So, yes, you can come and sit in it whenever you like.
It's the way to put it.
Yes.
Yeah, lovely. That fly's going to get really annoying.
It is. Sorry, it goes out the door. You shut it out normally. So, but yes. Trouble with the tank.
It's a bit dark.
Well, and also tanks are like planes in a lot of ways, is that they are, unless you've got the proper gear, you know, if anything breaks, you need a crane.
Yeah.
A lot of mates.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the only trouble with those. I often watch, his name, Mr. Hughes. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and you know, you watch those guys, I think they're brilliant. They
so
model, they do.
Foden.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I must say, I like them because they do tanks like we do models. It's like
rough.
Just put it together. You know, it's like there's no airs and fancies with it. It's just get it together. So
we've had rain here in Devon.
We had rain last night.
First time in forever.
Yes, well, it was the first proper rain we had last night in over a month. So we've just been dodging it and dodging it. We had a light shower last week, but it's only very light shower. Never came to anything. Certainly didn't change the law. So, but yes. So, no, that's all right. But yes, it was all good.
It is. You're about to finish this. I sat there.
Oh, what? Just.
No, it's nearly done, isn't it?
We can unmask it. We'll have an unmasking session.
Then you move stuff out of the way. Let's have clear up.
Because we've got no room here at all. No. So hold on, let me move more to Podge, and we'll have an unmasking thing on this so we can see what we've got.
Well, I'm here.
Yes.
There we go. There's our.
There's the figures set that we're going to go for. So in this as well, you get the figures and the dog, but also you get trestle table. And a couple of other bits and pieces, some welding gear, some tools. So yeah, no, it was ideal, really.
Yeah.
So that's the one we're going to go. And then once it's done, I can clearly put this one on it. Because no one will know the difference. I can put my Hurricane on it.
Is that what we're going to do? We're going to swap and change?
No,
couldn't you?
No one will notice. It'll be fine.
Oh, no.
So you might remember last show, we did this. So we did that bit of exhausting. Bit of gunsmoke. Down in here, bit of cordite marks underneath. So that's the plan. So I'm thinking for the first time we can actually unmask this. This is the bit where it hopefully comes off without cracking. Ooh, there's a harness been pulled up.
Oh no!
It's all right. It's fine. So
super glue worked.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. We'll leave that on whilst we unmask it. Yeah, super glue's held brilliantly. It's held that in place. So what I need is, I will need a pair of tweezers because all the YouTubers use tweezers for this job, for unmasking. So hold on, let's push these back down a little bit. And then we've just got to scrape this away. So the best way to do that is to use tack.
Apparently it's been raining in Doncaster as well.
Oh, is it?
Just said it's been raining all day in York. Yes, my other half said it's not been a great day there. Still warm, but damp.
Yes.
Ooh. There we go.
This is their own mask. You might remember they're a little bit like wallpaper. So normally I do it with a knife, but I'm trying to be posh and professional. So yes. No, their mask sets are good. We've had 0 bleed.
There you go. Good. Go for it, painting. Hit the like button.
Yes. Don't forget, like and subscribe. So yeah, so far so good. So I can confirm that their masks are actually pretty good.
Well, they worked.
Yep, they have worked. So that's okay. Is that on the inside or on the outside? Looks like it's on the inside. There's a tiny little dot, but I think it's moulded into it actually.
Well, the top.
Yeah.
It's a mirror.
Oh, is it?
Oh.
No, it's not. Mirror comes on the top, but it's got a little something in there. Obviously, it's supposed to be there. So anyway, that's all very nice. That's turned out very nice. And then down in here, let's have a go with these. So, but again, these masks, they're really weird texture. The way I describe them, we put them on, they're very akin to wallpaper. It's a funny paper that they've actually used.
As long as it works. Greg just said he bought the 48 ICM Spitfire that came with all the personnel.
Yes.
And it's only about, it's cheap, about £15.
It's an early ICM.
It is. It's very, because you get all the engine and the thing. It's a bit, it's over engineered.
Yes.
But I've never built one. Have you ever built one?
No.
I think it's, I don't know how good it is. But for the money, it's cheap, isn't it?
Yeah. And as you say, because you get all the figures with it as well.
Yeah, because they do the 109s as well, don't they? With the same sort of figure sets and that. Hello. You all right? Oh, that Lola's arrived. Say hello.
The dog in the house. Right, so we've just got a couple of little bits of clean up to do on the inside of this little guy. So we just a little bit of overspray got underneath. So just go wet a cotton bud. And we'll just soften it and scrape. Thank you, Lollop. Hello.
Assistant.
Sorry, the assistant dog's arrived. Right, might need a little bit more. A bit of a wipe round. You could use airbrush cleaner, acrylic airbrush cleaner, which I'll probably end up doing, to be honest. Just backing up a bit.
Alright.
Sorry. Oh, Christ. That's all right. Just running over a bottle of water. Oh, God. Right. Hold on. So I'm just going to grab a bit of this, bit of that. Just wipe them away. There we go. Sorry. We've got all the windows open today because it is quite warm in here. And unfortunately, I've got a lorry reversing out the front.
This vehicle is reversing.
Yes. So there we go. Because we've got lacquer paint on here, obviously we can safely do this because it's not going to affect it. There we go. Nice clear canopy.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Crystal.
Very well. Crystal clear, which is nice. So we can sit him on now. Tally ho, old chaps. And all of that. So again, we'll have him somewhat in the open position. This canopy obviously is clearly not like the real ones because it doesn't need to spread or do an Andy and just crack it. So, but yeah, no, very nice. So I'm happy with that. So obviously you can PVA glue that into a place if you're not, too worried about it. We do anything else. As I say, got a little bit of residue from the tack in here. So one of the best things to get rid of the tack is tack itself, and it will just rub it away. just like that.
Go.
So it comes off very nicely. So yeah, no, very nice. So we've got the spinner for that one. So we've got the spinner there.
Yep, I have. There you go.
We have said
put the
spinner.
undercarriage on if you want.
So well, I haven't done the undercarriage yet.
I might as well do it while we're here.
Yeah.
We need you onto a new project.
This is it.
Because you haven't decided yet, have you? Building a blooming Land Rover.
We're going to be building the Land Rover, yes. So down under here, I've got I'll do that as well. Something like that.
Got wheels,
tyres,
exhausts.
Exhausts. See, I've got to paint the exhaust as well.
There we go. Got some exhausts.
So one of these I've got to do black, so I couldn't remember which one it is, so I did both. So there we go. We're going to need to do that one then. That one's got to go black. So we can do that. Canopy can go back in there a minute.
Okay.
Right. So I will take these off and then we can sort them out. Oh God, I've got nothing here today. We should have planned this.
We did. We always plan it. What's happening? Have we got any questions? Yeah, I think the early ISM will, because he's done the Mustangs.
Yeah.
They're kind of a bit of a, how can I put it politely, to the Tamiya one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't say copy, but yeah.
Similars.
Right, modeler from the Bangalore. The question: can automotive filler and putty work well on styrene plastic? It's hard to get hold of modelers putty. The thing you got to be careful of is if you're using the 2-part stuff, it gets red hot. As in, it's a chemical reaction. If you're just using the fine, sort of single putty, I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's gone. Been a while.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like the glazing putty, I suppose, isn't it? I think that's what you call it.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fine because that's air dry, and that's just it's a finer filler. Obviously, the 2-part stuff is a bit more heavy duty, and it heats up. I think the heat will just be a pain in the backside, to be honest.
Yes.
But yeah, if you can get the, like I say, the tubey stuff, it comes in. Like I say, I'm sure it's called glazing putty or something like that. That should be all right for you. But we have sent to India before.
Yeah.
And no problem, to be honest.
Nope.
So no yellow prop tips on this one.
I don't know if it does or doesn't. Some of them don't. Some of them did. But this one, it is saying it has.
That's the stopper. That's the one. Thank you. Yeah. Polyester stopper, isn't it? I think.
Yes.
It's the stuff. See you low. She's off.
She's off. You don't crap.
Yeah, in the front room. On the new rug.
Yes. So, yes. Okay. So, we'll just do a quick little clean up with these. Exhaust to do.
Easy.
That's alright, we'll just do them a little bit of burnt exhaust, I think.
Yeah, about to say, yeah. Don't do them rusty.
No, don't have rusty exhausts.
Don't do rusty exhaust.
I'm sure these have another bit of gear somewhere as well. Can't see it.
On here. What's on here? Got the, what's then?
Yeah, that'll be that.
What's these bits here as well?
Yeah, sorry, it's all just leftover bits. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Different version. Is that for the Mark 2B that's coming out?
Possibly. Don't know. But no, those ones we're going to need. So we need to paint some of them silver, we need to do some of them brown, and we need to do some of this black. So I think there's a silver on the inside, if I remember correctly. And then obviously it'll go along with this guy. So we go through, and he does have yellow tips as well, so we can do that.
You're going to cheat.
Which I would cheat, in infinite way of cheating.
Why
not? All we're going to do, take some Tamiya XF3.
And then we'll just do that. I'm going to remove our base so we can get it dry outside to bake in the
sun.
Fantastic sunshine. Make the most of it.
Mm-hmm. So the way I tend to do it is we just got a cap full here, and then depending on the depth you want to go to, it's going to put a little bit of paint in the cap here. And then we're just going to need a little bit of paper towel because we just need to take the drip off the bottom. So you could mask it and go round, or you can use the dip technique. So all we're going to do is just going to come in with this, and we're just going to go straight down and in. And then obviously you can look at it and see what level you've got, which actually looks quite nice. Then we come over to the paper towel, and then we just draw off the excess. So we're left with it on the prop tip, just like that. And depending where you go, if you go right in the middle, it's going to be really deep. But if you go to one side, but don't go anywhere where there's bubbles, because otherwise it'll leave a big bubble on your prop. So again, we just knock off a little bit off the bottom. Actually, that one for some reason is definitely not as dippy as the rest. That's it. And then last time, we just come in, knock off the excess, and then you have your prop tips.
There you go, easy peasy.
And then obviously you can wear them, so you literally just a little bit of dry brushing over, which we'll do when we weather up the prop as well.
Yeah.
So we'll do that, a little bit of dry brushing around onto it, and you'll wear the yellowy bits off a little bit anyway. So it works very, very well. So the last bit is, we just want to pop that on there, is to get the lid on without losing too much. So just straight over.
So we have a question.
Go.
Just have a look at that question there. It's a follow-up question. Is it possible to get good coverage using craft or artist acrylic paint sent down using an airbrush or using an airbrush compared to enamel uses commercial enamel? Trouble is colours.
Yeah, you're limited on the colours you can do unless you're going to be making up your own colours and then thinning it and putting it through an airbrush.
I would use a lot of retarder. It can be done.
It can be done. You can paint with just, artist grades acrylic paints and all the rest of it. I've seen people do it and hand painting onto it.
While we're at it, because we picked them up, didn't we?
Yeah.
If you're on about sort of this stuff, obviously this is going to be for Phil to paint on his base on the sides. Hello, mate. You all right?
Yeah, hello.
It makes a lot of noise. I've never tried to airbrush it. Thick stuff. I presume it will, because that stuff's thick.
Yes.
But it's got additives in it. And the thing you might get with this is it's not as durable. Because that's got the polyurethane.
These tend to be quite soft paints.
They are, yeah.
So you'll wear through it and stuff because they're not really designed for it. But if you're thinking of
what about though if you're adding a bit of varnish?
Might do.
Acrylic varnish would probably give it a bit more durability. It's one of them things you are going to have to experiment with. Like I say, you're not going to get the range of colours unless you are doing commercial vehicles. I'd say, standard. Military colours, you'd have to mix your own, but never tried it, so I wouldn't know.
No.
But to me, as long as it's thinned correctly, but you're going to need flow improvers.
Yes.
You're going to need the right thinners. There's going to be a lot of messing about because you are probably going to end up with a lot of tip dry because they're not designed for it. They're designed for brush painting, aren't they? So,
and again, the thing you've got is, as I say, the biggest problem you'll have if you're doing something like an aircraft like this is trying to get the colour.
Yeah.
And to be honest, you're better off just having it shipped in. As I say, we can ship paint anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Yeah,
and as I say, you sport choice on all the paints you want to use at that point then.
Yeah.
But, enamel paints, to be honest with you, here in Europe, and obviously goes to the US as well, enamels have pretty much had their day for military and, aircraft modelling. Cars, I think still people use enamels a lot because it's shells.
Yeah.
If you're doing a body shell of a car, the enamels, they still have their place and people I know still use them. And I know before everyone jumps in saying I use enamels all the time, obviously you can get Humbrol tinlets and you can paint with those ones as well. But the thing is, modern paints, like you can see around here, they're specifically designed to go through an airbrush. So they've got all the right additives into them to make them flow nicely, to go down nicely, to dry evenly, and all the bits and pieces. So, But again, it's one of those ones. Sometimes you might be thinking you're saving yourself a bit of money, but you can make a lot more work.
It is,
commercially off the shelf stuff, it's not that expensive. It is if you're going to buy a paint range, but if you're just buying a couple of colours and a bottle of their own thinners that that company recommends you use or is their own thinner, I think that's definitely the way to go. Dave says he managed to buy his first Tamiya aircraft kit, the P51D, for £15. It's a good kit. It's a good, solid kit.
It is. Yeah.
The trouble is, part 2 of that is it looks so nice that he went and bought the Sea Harrier.
What, the big one? Like Phil's got?
No, I think he means the Tamiya 48 scale one.
Oh god, no.
So the trouble is, if that's the Tamiya one, it's not one of their best kits. I'm not going to say it's awful, because it's awful. But if you look on the forum, loads of people have built it and turned some real stunners out of that. It's not what you would imagine a Tamiya kit to be like. Put it this way, it's nothing like the Mustang. So,
it's a lot of work, that Sea Harrier, for not a lot of gain.
No.
It's one of them, because there is better options.
There is better options out there, a lot better options.
Talking of early Tamiya kits, they're A10.
Mm-hmm.
How bad is it?
Shape, it's probably, as I said before, probably one of the most accurate A10s there is.
Is it recessed?
It's raised.
Is it raised?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So.
And it's an A.
It's an A. Yeah.
Is it a prototype or an A?
No, it's an A. It's
a it is a proper one.
But it's it's one of those where if you're used to building modern Tamiya and you bought one, you'd be like, "Whose is this?"
You know?
Yes. Is there? Are you hinting? Yes. It's not as good as the Academy one.
That's it. You got the hint in the end.
So yes,
it's now back in stock at PM.
Yes, if you wanted to get the nicer Academy one, which is a lot nicer kit, then you could do it that way.
Did you buy a Hellcat by any chance, Mark? Because we ain't got no more. If they're sold out, that is it now. I definitely can't get any more of them.
Yes. So the Hellcat's a really nice kit as well.
They are actually. Yeah, for the scale and stuff. God, I keep looking for a bloody big one for some reason. I don't know why. I should just do a 32nd one. You've done Trumpy one.
I have done the Trumpy one.
Hellcat?
Yeah.
Which version?
No, I didn't. Sorry. Yes, no, I have. Yeah, I've done that.
You know the Wildcat you did? You were moaning about their Wildcat. Did you do the early one?
Yeah, I think so. Can't remember that. It was a long
They've
time ago.
retooled it. You know, the later one, because it's completely
wrong.
wrong.
I did me on in like 2000 it was.
It would have been probably the early one. They retooled it all and stuff, didn't they? I was reading some gumph on it. Yeah, it was not right in any way, shape or form. So they've redone it, and the later ones are a lot better. Shape-wise and everything, because I think the first... Did you do on the yellow wings and the silver body? Was it that one?
I think so, yeah.
Which was, I don't know, an F...
I think what it was is that they tried to make, obviously the Wildcat's undercarriage is really complicated, and they tried to recreate it, and clearly it just didn't work because it was an accident waiting to happen, and didn't really go together very well, and
it wasn't great.
It wasn't great.
Yeah,
definitely wasn't great.
Kudos to them because they revisited it for the later versions that they did. Is it the F3 and the F4? I can't remember. Or
something like that.
Whichever ones they did, I can't remember the marks, but yeah, you do some spraying there.
Some spraying, I can do. Yes, that's a nice kit.
What's that?
This is the Tamiya's A6 for the Zero.
Oh, the Zero.
The MC.
So, we can't really get them over here.
They are really nice kits, those ones.
No, but you've got the really early one, which is thingy, and then I can't remember, is it the early Navy one or the early Army one? I know they say they're both the same, but they've done different versions. The one's a hell of a lot better than the really first one that they did. So...
Steve says, Phil, I'm doing my perfect grade Bandai Falcon this year. How long did it take to finish yours? I don't know. I remember now. It's really good because when you do it, the sprues, which I love about Bandai anyway, but when you build anything really big from Bandai, you get the sprue, right? So that sprue is that entire section.
Yes, so you just chuck
the sprue when you've done it. So, but also it's very modular.
Could you technically then take everything off that sprue?
Yeah,
and work it out the instructions. So you get rid of that, clean the parts up,
and then put it all together.
And put it all together.
Yeah,
which is good, isn't it? What's these? Are they the wheels?
Yes, the hubs. Yes,
you need to paint those.
I need to paint those as well. So yeah, that's the thing. So again, it's one of those where it's like really nice. It's straightforward. It's a fun build, and because it's Bandai, it literally clicks together with no glue. So
Tamiya Sierra is not for the timid.
No, it's strong. It's a strong kit, as we used to say.
Does that help, James, or is that an hindrance working on the real one? Well, yeah, you've just read that, yeah.
So, a bit where you got all these bits left over, and I'm like...
They're good kits, Mark, them cheapo... I think it's just end-of-line stuff, that's why we got them at the price we did. Because obviously changed all the boxes, so it could be the same kit.
Yeah.
It's just different boxes and different decals. So, they were cheap. So just to clear them, so we can pass that on.
Also, I think they're redesigning the boxes, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I think that's probably another reason whilst they're...
Did you show that to Lancaster film?
Yeah, I'll put the link on to
Did
everyone.
you do it?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
You've got a drink. Do you need a drink?
She should have one. I think she's just... Because it's getting near 5 o'clock.
Proper early today.
She is very early.
I know you're not feeling best, but you know.
Poorly dog.
I'm talking to the dog, by the way, just not fresh air down here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Imaginary friend.
Yes, that's it. I've got no friends. It's talk to my imaginary friend. Okay, so...
Oh, what's a good technique for painting the intakes of a hawk or a harrier?
Well, the way I normally do it, spray it all white. So you've got it all nice and seamless off its inside. And then there's two options of masking it. You can either do it with very fine tape and just go in there and mask it, or the other one I do is high density foam. So Vulcan is the classic, which I did with it, because obviously it's got quite intakes into it.
Yeah.
So I used high density foam, cut it to the right shape, push that in so it locks into that area, and then sprayed all the green at the front. And then you just pull it out and you've got perfect demarcation area of where it is. So if you've got something where the camo wraps into the intake, it's a perfect way of doing it. It's a really nice way. Right, okay, so instead grabbing crocodile clips to hold these. So we just grab these down in here. I think these ones, we've got to do one black, but I'll do the silver work first, I think.
Yeah.
And then, no, actually, I'll tell you what, we'll do the black work first and we'll work our way backwards. Right, okay, so...
Just another top tip. If you've got offcuts, if you are doing bases, save them because they're brilliant for using as spray mounts, you know, for putting cocktail sticks in or, you know. There we go.
Yeah. See, that will be fine. I thought I was going to use this bit.
Well, you can. Doesn't matter, does it? But, yeah.
So, quick.
Top tip.
Top tip, yes.
You into that?
Good old tack. White tack, great for holding parts. And then you've got your crocodile clips like this. Yeah, there you go. Camera.
We're waiting for him to come in, Michael. Basically, they didn't have enough to fulfil the order, so we're waiting for a restock. We have said, can we put them on back order? And as soon as they come in, hopefully we'll get them.
What's that for?
Supply and demand. Your Huey.
Yes.
Rubicon Huey. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So yes, when they are back in stock with Rubicon, we will be getting them in 100%. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Which was a shame because again, it was a really nice one.
Yeah.
And we know we've got lots of people waiting on those.
Yeah.
So
what airbrush one here?
So this is literally just a black, and this is the PS 270 paint. Straight over. And deliberately sprayed it neat so it's got a bit of texture to it. So when we put the wash onto it, you can have a little bit of weathering on that. So we'll do that. Stick that on there.
I think with the Tamiya not retooling, because they still sell them.
Yeah.
You know, they are cheap. Let's be honest. It's not like they're charging top whack for... Well, they are rubbish, but do you know what I mean? They are pretty cheap in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't think they're...
the thing is, like,
while they still sell them, they don't need to retool them.
Well, I've had this with other companies when I've said to them about certain other kits, and it always used to be the Vulcan Airfix. I spoke to Airfix for years. And I often used to say to them, "Gosh, sake, will you redo it?" And the thing is, like they used to say, and you respect their honesty. All the time people buy it, why would you redo it?
Yeah,
they're selling the item and it's going out. So I can understand it, and it's exactly the same for Tamiya. It's still one of their better sellers, and a lot of it is obviously people because it's a Harrier.
Yeah,
they think, "Oh, that's nice. We'll do that."
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Davy's finally made it to a live show. Hello and welcome.
It's a bit of a weird show today. It's not like our normal ones. It's because we're a little bit all over the place. But
no, Christopher, you can keep that fly. It's gone to Dawlish.
So has he got it now?
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah,
it's gone down to Dawlish.
Yeah. Made a special trip.
It's all right. As the crow flies, it's not that far from here.
No.
It's only driving it takes forever. especially this time of year. Right, so crocodile clips, again, they're great because they bite onto the smallest little things.
And what we're painting this in.
So you've got holes in the exhausts.
XF80. So, yeah, you have actually. That's what I was looking at. Thinking, oh, wow, I can drill your holes, and
no
need to. They're already done.
This kit has actually got the holes in the exhaust, which is
yeah. Normally they're solid, aren't they? You have to do your own.
Yeah. So I'm doing this with a little bit of XF84 Tamiya because again, this is more of a speed thing than anything else. And what we can do is we can dry brush these.
Yeah.
So I'm doing them neat.
Oh, they grip everything.
They grip everything really well. So yeah, it'll give a bit of texture for dry brushing onto it.
Ooh, it's going to be warm there. He's in the Casa Grande in Arizona.
Ooh.
It's only going to be 103.
I would die at that.
I wouldn't go outside.
The difference is though, don't forget, they've got no humidity.
No, it's still hot though.
It's still baking hot. Yeah.
That'll dry our clay.
Yeah, that's what needed to dry the clay.
Could have proper cracked.
Yes.
That thing is, if you do use the air dry clay and you want to do a desert effect, put it on a little bit thicker, because the trick is with the air dry clay is like a real thin couple of mil layer, and it shouldn't crack. Any thicker than that, and you risk it. But yeah, if you want the like I said, the desert terrain, cracked earth, yeah, put it on a bit thicker, and you'll get natural crackage.
That's what you want. Everyone loves a natural crack.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Right, okay, so those are on. So we'll just let them dry just for a second, and then we'll switch over to a little bit of silver.
God. Adam's got being here. How much money do you think you have spent over your lifetime on model? I don't want to know.
Luckily, it's my job.
Yeah.
So I don't have to justify it. No. If I had to, I think I'd be in trouble.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. My stash changes, personal stash. Obviously, we do have the store stock. But yeah, personal stash changes like the weather with what I'm interested in this month.
Yes. And that tends to be the thing.
Yeah, it is for me.
Now you're into aircraft and stuff.
Yeah, but it's not just aircraft, is it? It's big.
Big aircraft.
Yeah, I'm going back to armour. It's more compact.
Again, I think it's one of those ones that sometimes you get a little bit of interest, like you've done with yours.
It is,
and that's why the hobby's expensive.
It is because you run with it, okay. And then you're looking around on stuff and thinking, oh, I could do that, and it is, yeah. I know what you're saying, but that's me all over. I'm not ashamed to say it. You know. So give it a month, and all them I've just put them back up sale because I've changed my mind again.
Yes, it's like being at an AA meeting.
It is.
Modelers and ominous.
Yeah.
The thing is, like we often say, one of the nice things with the hobby, though, is that you can spend as much or as little as you actually like. You know, because you don't need to buy an entire rack of paints. You know, you don't need to buy every single colour. You don't need to have every tool that's out there. Because if you're like probably most of us, we've got lots of stuff and we've got lots of kits in the stash. But actually, at the end of the day, we probably use a handful of different types of paint because we like that particular type, even though you've got another entire wall of them that you don't use. And obviously, you've got tools. I've got drawers of tools. You do have a backup.
As a retailer, you need all the paints and all the tools.
This is it. But the trouble is, modelers by your nature, you're going to come in and say hello. What's up with you? Sorry, Lola's not very well. She was ill earlier.
She was.
It wasn't pleasant coming back to that.
Wasn't. Hello, mate.
So yeah, it's one of those things where you can. Modelers are compulsive people and like to buy ranges, because if you're like me, one of the first things I did when I got into modelling was get the entire Tamiya XF range.
I think I did actually, or most of
it. Because I used to go to the model shop every week and got a few more, and got a few more, and got a few more.
Well, even actually, you know what? We're thinking the pink colour, but actually the pink colour is probably the most useful. Well, it is for tinting.
I've never used it.
It's for tinting. You can tint with pink, which is good.
I've never used it yet.
I don't think I have. I'm just saying.
Yes,
but you know, there's some colours up there that you definitely have never used.
No.
Or very, very rarely.
Mm.
But you've got to have them because it looks odd.
Yes.
If you've not got the gaps.
Yeah.
You know. And I did that with Vallejo model colour. I nearly had all the range.
Yeah.
And then I swapped them out because I've got to Gen 3s.
Yeah.
So.
Again, I think it is to say, you can go completely overboard, and if you've got the money, then why not? Because it looks good.
Exactly not. He who dies with the most toys wins.
Is that it?
That's the motto
on his
from
headstone.
Mark.
That'll be on his headstone. So, no, you're way early.
Way panty.
You're about an hour out, dude. Right, okay. So look, this is what I mean when I say bring paint, because that's literally all I've got for silver.
Is that it?
That was it.
I bought you some.
I know, which is a good job. What a good store you are. You even deliver.
Yeah, don't say that.
So yes, what we need is that. We need a little bit of that. Bit of that. This stuff goes to Miles. A little bit of that.
So you mix in your cup.
Mix in your colour cut, but to be honest, this stuff's like water anyway because I filled it a million times and that's why I've run out.
Put your overhead on.
Yep, hold on, I need me lid. Otherwise I'll be in trouble. Right, okay. So.
Any update on the Armour Hurricane? Well, no.
Yeah.
But it could be soon.
Short answer. So, right. Let's pop a little bit of tack on the back of this guy as well. Okay. We'll grab said. You're right, Lo.
You're having a proper
You're right, I'll melt down.
bunting. Go back to bed.
You lie down if you're hot. Okay, so silver 50-50 mix, nicely on. And this, to be honest, is the super metallic stuff, which you haven't used before. It's obviously a lacquer-based one. It's, I think, as close as you're going to get to a metal finish without it being a metallizer.
Yeah.
Out of them all. It's really, really nice. You see, and I like this colour because, if I put it on the mat, let's get rid of that. It's not bright silver.
No,
it looks to me like aluminium, dull aluminium.
Yeah.
You know, like an unpolished aluminium, which works great. They call this one though, it's Super Iron 2. But all their colours are quite bright and shiny, especially like their aluminiums and silvers and stuff. But this one is a really nice working colour, I think, for just normal, bog standard aluminium or aluminum, depending where you are in the world. So I quite like that colour. And I tend to use it for all this type of jobs. So inside wheel wells and, you know, gear, hubs. Yeah. All of this type of stuff.
Like you do for
yeah, it's very good.
Paint stand.
My new paint rack.
Yeah.
My painting system. What we do, we'll cut it into cubes and sell it.
Yeah, yeah. Put in some nice packaging.
Yes. So down in here, we just do the hubs as well. So these hubs go all the way through. But also we've got some actuators down in here we need to do.
Yes, painting on the sprue.
Actuators. Yep, painting on the sprue. The future.
What beginners books do you recommend, if there are any? The AK books, to be honest.
Yeah.
The learning series ones are brilliant.
And they're frequently asked question books.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. Yeah, the FAQ books, like I say, they cover everything now. Bases and dioramas, cars, spaceships, planes, armour, various of it. They cover everything. So yes, they're really good books. I think they're good value for money. I know some of them are expensive, but you do go back to them and use them.
Yes. Yeah.
And not one you just stick on your shelf.
Especially if you're new to modelling.
Yeah.
I think they're ideal for you.
Yeah, they are. Between AK and MIG, I think they've got it covered. Question, if I may, from Greg. You've got to tell me a bike to do at some point, and I would really like to strip the chrome parts so I can spray them. How do you strip? Bleach. Household bleach, Greg.
Yes.
Will strip chrome off.
If you've got a zip bag, you can buy big A4 zip bags. If you put a bit of bleach in an A4 zip bag and just shake it, just shake it all around so it mixes it all totally. And and the great thing is, because it's sealed in there, it sort of ferments. And then the next day, you will just see it, all the silver in the bottom, just rinse it under the tap and go.
Like a takeaway tub.
Yeah.
You know, from the Chinese takeaway. Snip the parts off, because you're going to know what they are. You know, bumpers or whatever, and just dip them in that.
Yeah.
Or just leave the bits on with sprue numbers.
Yeah.
If it's smaller bits. But yeah, they don't take long.
No.
Domestos. He's doing it, Domestos.
Persil power spray.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it Mr. Muscle or something?
Yeah, Mr. Muscle oven cleaner does it, but Persil power spray as well, that'll do it.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. cleaning fluids, basically.
Yeah, brake fluid.
Brake fluid. Yeah,
You've got some of that lying in your shed. It's a bit strong.
I mean, most people's got bleach, haven't they?
Yes,
So,
yeah, but bleach does it.
Bleach is,
I'll tell you what, though, mine's still up there. Pride and Joy. We did say we was going to do one, but it's up there in the.
No, we can. We're only in June.
I know. The way this year's going. But yeah, with mine, what I did, if you go back and watch the video build, I didn't clean it all off. I just sanded it and then recoated it.
Yeah.
Because obviously the thing is, you get the sprue tab marks and stuff like that. So, and once I did it and just went over it, metallizers for those areas, and it came out really, really nicely. Do you sell these books? We do. Well,
kind of.
We do. The members get a thing.
We've just had a load in, and then we're going to get a load now for stock because we've had 2 pre-orders. So we've got the AK books for the FAQs, and we've got the AK books, which are the little learning books.
Yes.
So we are actually going to stock them now. On the next order that comes in, we are going to get some for stock. So yes, we will be.
Yeah.
If not, just see Bookworld Wholesale if you're in the UK. They'll sort it out. They're pretty good.
Yes. When I walked into the hobby store in Europe, I don't see any kids. Do kids in the UK and Europe take to the hobby these days? Is IPMS doing anything for kids? We don't have kids in the UK.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think the simple answer is that not many.
No.
It's a bit like me and Matt have been lucky enough to do a couple of European shows, pre-COVID, when we did a bit of time over in Europe. The biggest thing comes out of it is that in Europe, it's more of a family-orientated show.
Yeah.
You had families, where in the UK, it's normally singles, or it's like guys or girls who are into it, but they don't take their kids, they don't take the family, and I think that's the trouble. They don't get inspired.
Yeah,
generally in the UK, you just don't see it. You do, and don't get me wrong.
You do see families there and stuff, and some of them, but yeah.
I've always made a point of trying to encourage youngsters into it and stuff, but mainly, not Matt's got kids, I've got kids, and all the rest of it. It's one of those things where I remember with mine, I got them into it, and then they got to a certain age, about sort of 5 or 6. I got them into it quite young, doing the real simple stuff, and they enjoyed it because it was a bit of one-on-one time as well with them. And it was that thing that they got, and it was just they couldn't be bothered anymore because other things came along,
Yeah.
And I think that's the trouble. So, has Lydia never done it at all?
No, she's not really been bothered.
Yeah.
She's got creative bits in her. She wants to do that, the study.
Yes, yeah.
We've got, and you've got was it flower shop or whatever it was?
Yeah, the greenhouse thing,
The greenhouse, that was it. She just want to tackle that. It's actually getting the time. We're going to tackle it, I think, when she's on the big holidays.
Yes.
Spend some time because she's got that many activities.
Yeah, yeah.
It's impossible because you've got to sit down and do it. Yes. I don't know how long it will last. As in for a attention span, but we'll see. But,
I think, again, it's just...
The Bandai stuff's brilliant if you're into Star Wars. And it's... All right, okay.
Look, will you shush now?
Feeling sorry for yourself proper today, you are.
That's it, well, she's been ill, probably hungry.
She's probably, yeah.
So, you're on bland food, though.
Yeah, you're on nothing.
You're fresh air, dude.
So there's so many other sort of distractions now, isn't there?
What I have to put up with when someone's hungry.
Hungry, feeling sorry for themselves.
Yes, that's it. Oh.
Yeah, look, screen time. Yes,
absolutely. Thanks, dude. You're hot, aren't you? Why are you so hot? Not been well. Should go have a cool drink and a lie down.
Could have a cold bath.
Yeah, go and have a cold bath. We're failing that. You have your dinner in about 3/4 of an hour.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think that is just obviously it's the thing. It's getting kids trying to get involved into it and then laying enough of a hook or a seed to keep them interested in.
I think you've got to think. I think obviously when we were children, younger.
Yes.
I think probably because we had been new agents and kids are in news. Yeah. They were everywhere in Fords and Woolies and places like that are long gone. I think that used to go, and it used to pique your interest. But also, obviously, we used to watch war films and we probably had relatives and that sort of generational thing. And obviously, that's 2 generations ago now, if you think about it, or even 3 for some people.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's just an interesting, isn't it? You find, I think, a lot of people even even if they did it a little bit and a kid dropped it like I did and came back to it later on, and I think that's what you find when you've got a bit more disposable income, kids a bit more grown up, or if you ain't got the kids or whatever, and you've been and done the things you do as a know a teen and a 20-year-old.
My only worry has always been, and I've said it before, is that what worries me somewhat is that we did it as kids, and a lot of people, sort of our generation, came back into it in their 30s and 40s. But if you've never done it full stop, it's very difficult, to get into it.
Yeah, but I think with the wargaming, I said it before, the wargaming side of things, and Warhammer and all that are kits. So it's a different. It's still model making. It's just a different outlook in it.
Yes,
it's a different viewpoint, isn't it?
Yeah,
and that's massive. And there's kids doing that. So that you never know with a crossover, do you?
No.
Yeah. It's never going to die, I don't think, as a hobby. No. It's just going to evolve and, goes in different directions. Whether this side of it doing the history side of it and that, I don't know. And it's more robots or, I don't know, that sort of side of it. Fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
Don't know. You don't know, do you?
So I found a design fault with these, unless they're supposed to stick out that far, which I don't think they do.
Were you supposed to fit them before?
No, they just push in from the outside.
Is it because the tolerances are tight and you've got paint on them?
Well, I don't think it's even that. I think that generally the slot's not big enough, and if it is, it's the first time I've found a fault with this kit.
Oh no.
But surely they don't stick out that far.
I don't know.
I don't think they do. I've never seen them sticking out that far.
Go and get one of your hurricanes.
The hurricanes? It's not. It's in the cabinet there.
Where is it? Can I get at it?
Yeah, well, it's just behind where the sprue bucket is, in the cabinet there, right above it.
Oh, in here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you like keeping empty boxes for a while?
Well,
You're becoming a proper hoarder. Do you know that?
Yes.
Of crap.
I haven't got a problem.
You have. You just keep crap. Didn't it?
Can't. Might need it.
For what?
Well,
an empty box. Well, that's the best bit about. Right. So this is the Airfix one.
Yes, and they are correct.
Definitely in. I think you're going to have to trim them.
Yes. So the problem we've got here is obviously we've got this, and it should be like that.
Oh God. Yes, they're quite well out.
So.
Oh right. Okay.
So yeah, and I'm desperately trying here, but there's no way that is going to just slot in. It's nowhere near it. We're not even saying it's just a little bit tight here. No amount of lube is going to help this.
No. Okay.
So,
what's the plan then?
So you've got two options. We either sand this or we open up that. So, Vicar.
I'd go for sanding there.
Yes, I'm thinking we'll just take the bottom edge off of the stacks. So,
children there.
Child. There's a child.
Child's.
Right, okay. So I'm thinking this is probably the bottom one. So what we're going to do is just going to lightly sand just the bottom half.
Drill out the holes.
They are drilled.
They're already pre-drilled, James.
Done. Look, how nice are these?
Yeah.
Not me. Kit came like it.
Yeah. They just don't fit.
Just doesn't fit, yeah.
Hey, that's a good point. You got the right side in the right hole?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Because I've tried both.
Oh, okay. He's tried it.
I've tried it.
It's not Pamir-esque.
No. Yeah, no, they're not coded. They're just the same.
Are you sure?
Positive. Yeah, there they are.
Probably fried chicken tonight. It's future.
Tell you what, that's proper gnarly in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the pins.
Yep.
I'm thinking we might have to take out some height out of the exhaust full stop.
A bit thick, aren't they?
Just down to the one side. Let's try it. Yeah.
Phil's Hamlet moment.
Yes.
Well, he's got 10 minutes
there you go. It's right.
He's got 10 minutes to figure it out. There you go. Oh, that clicked in. I heard that.
That's not coming out ever again.
Not in properly. It's a little bit.
I think it does do that because this one does it as well. It's out, but that's in there now. That's not moving.
Yeah.
Ever again. Right, hold on. Do the same on the other side. So if you built this kit, does your exhaust fit? I hand paint it inside.
There might be. There might not be.
What's that?
Are they the exhaust for that kit?
Yeah, good.
It came out of the box, but
yeah.
Hey, who knows?
So I have to do a little bit of touching
On
up.
camera.
So,
there you go. Hey, oh, that was a click as well. Has that gone in? Oh.
But the thing is, that's.
Ooh. No.
See, look, there's no tolerance at the front. There's no real groove or gap. That is it. So it's definitely that. That's in.
Is that in?
That's in.
Tight that.
The squaring in.
Yeah. Just repainting. Bit of brush painting.
Hand painting.
With Tamiya. Can be done.
Yes. We have the tools.
Yeah, we do get the Tamiya magazine in the UK. Yeah. Yes, we do. I used to buy it back in the day.
Yeah.
It was one of the better ones.
Did. Yeah, no, I did as well.
It was always quite a good magazine, the Tamiya one.
Yeah.
That and Spencer's one.
Yeah.
Military, was it Military and Scale he used to do?
Yes.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Let that dry. That'll be the underside of this one.
Missed a bit. No, you have.
Where?
Didn't have.
Oh, there. Right, I can see it in the light now.
You see it?
Yeah, I can see it in the light.
I can see it on camera.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Hold on. Go to the other side. There's a bit.
So I'm looking on the camera now.
Yeah, you can see it,
I
can't
can
you?
see it on the camera, but not in here. So,
Right on the top. Let's have a look on camera on the top. That'll be fine. There you go. Easy fix.
piece of cake. See?
All right. Seen it in WH Smith. I think you have to order that online, don't you? Now I don't think. I don't know much about magazines. So I don't buy them anymore, but I think a lot of them are not stocked in. Well, it was mainly WH Smith, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, it was for me back in the day.
Well, yeah.
I must admit, I used to have a local news agent. He was good. I used to get an electric radio control plane magazine.
All right,
I couldn't get it in Smith's, but he used to be able to get it for me. And then he used to get all my modelling mags at one point.
Yeah, when I was a wee lad doing paper round.
Yeah.
They used to get us,
Yeah.
if you couldn't, they didn't stock them, they could get them,
Yeah.
which was always good. Right, you have done, haven't you? Will you ever do builds for Airfix or other magazines, Phil? He has in the past, but I don't think we're doing them again.
No, I used to do magazine work back in the day, but and to say I've done it for Airfix magazine. I'm in issue numbers, I don't know, 2, 3, 4.
Canberra's one.
Got it. Canberra's in there. My 109 is in there.
Seafire.
Seafire, yeah. Yeah, there's a few all kicking around in there.
Yeah.
But again, the trouble with magazine work is that I don't know. It's nice for the ego, if I'm just being honest, because you get your work in print and you can show it and everything else like that. But the actual work involved that goes into it, yeah, there's quite a lot of work that goes on in the background. What have I got on here? Some type of resin.
Don't know.
These don't cut well. Is that where you opened up the Mod Podge?
No. I don't know what you mean. What made a hash of that?
Yeah, that was good for the outtakes.
Cock up of opening a tub of Mod Podge.
Yes. Good pair of scissors, because I can't do my usual thing of just drilling this out.
I found my orange scissors.
Did you?
Yeah, it worked. So they're back out again.
See, these
Still
scissors now
strong.
25 years old.
Yeah.
Still don't cut, clearly.
Get the Tamiya ones on it. Oh, you got these, the nail cutters.
Yeah, these are nail cutters that's sold by AK, isn't it?
No.
Are these the AK ones? Photo etch part scissors.
They work. I've got the Tamiya ones.
Tamiya's.
Tamiya ones are good. I've got some of those.
Well, because it's got a curve on it, I might be able to get these out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Why did they bother putting rubber tyres in these things?
Cheap.
Surely it must be more expensive to do this than it actually is to just print,
Print. 3D print.
Yeah, 3D printed ones. That's what I need.
Dave's off. See you later, Dave, if you're not already left.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks for popping in. He's got the mutt to take for his shots.
I think maybe a Flory Models magazine should be introduced quarterly. Hey, don't forget, just join the site.
Join the site.
And then you get to see us every day do something
And it's
like
cheaper
this.
than a bloody printed one.
Yes.
You get a lot more content.
That's me.
There you go.
Me.
Shameless plug. What are you after?
You sprue cutters.
You sprue cutters.
Do you know what? I'm lost now because we've moved everything. I'm literally like, I just had them in my hand.
I put them back.
Well, no, these are my backup ones. These aren't as good.
Where's the
my genuine ones?
Godhand ones.
Oh, I won't use them.
Oh, the display ones.
It's too posh.
Oh, whatever they are, Meng display.
Right. Okay.
Which ones are they? Are they the trumpy ones? Or are they even worse than that?
Why do these look like they're really small and just going to fall straight through? Oh no, they don't. I thought they just,
yeah.
When you look at it like that, I'm looking at it thinking they are just going to be way. Look, you look on the camera.
Yeah,
looks like it's never going to work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a secure fit though, is it?
Not really.
Afternoon, Tonet.
Can't have weighted wheels on these.
Is it?
No, saying you can't because it's rubber. That's the thing.
Just chop the.
Just
saw it.
Saw a bit off. Bung it in the freezer and saw it.
Yeah.
Right. So, don't think these are keys left and right, are they? Yes, they are. Because we've got the rear bit. So, it will have to go.
Has the what? Starboard horizontal stab cracked on the model fit?
See? The starboard stab. Stabilizer means cracked. No.
Yeah.
It's not my best work.
It's stream build.
Because it's literally just a stream build one. So we just bung them together.
Yeah, just a demo pieces.
These are a little bit
Yes, he is. He's having a hurricane fest. It's hurricane season.
Yeah, especially when the Armour Hobbies one comes out.
Yeah.
I will be all over it.
When you're doing the 30-second one up there.
Yeah, I've got a 30-second
waited
one.
how long for a 30-second one?
I know. So you've done a 24. We've done 48.
You've got to do it. You've just got to.
Done a 70-second over there, don't forget.
Yeah, you have done the 70-second one, which is a good kit, that little Airfix one.
Yeah,
really good kit, that.
Yeah.
I built the early one where you could do the 2-blade prop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good kit. Blimey, yeah, it is. Proper hurricane season.
It is. Alright, so this is going to be this side. So we're just going to go touch of super glue. Touch of super glue, 90 degrees. Straight up.
10 seconds.
10-second rule.
Drops a fizzy fish. So what are you building after this? Do you know?
Well, I've got a Harrier to get on with because I've only got until the end of next month to get it finished. I haven't even started it yet.
Oh, well, you have kind of. Yeah, you really do need to crack on
I
with
need
that.
to push on with that.
You do. You do indeed.
So yeah, so
hopefully I'll get my P40 paid next week.
Yeah.
I even do a bit Thursday night if I've got the energy after leaving here.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that after driving home?
Yeah.
Because we are live Thursday night for members.
Yeah. These are. I might be in sleep.
Right, okay, so we've got those. We've got the tail wheel we're going to have to paint by hand, so we'll do that afterwards. I'll put him in the box.
They are good, actually. Yeah. Francisco's just taken delivery of the display single blade cutters. They are good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what, Tony? I was actually discussing with Matt, I need to do something grey and modern.
Grey and boring toner, that's what he needs to do. Why don't you do the F5E look, which is the nice blue and sun
sundowners one. Yeah. Nice.
That's coming available again, you know.
Is it?
Yes, it is. I actually missed out ordering some, I'll be honest, from it, but it has been re-released. Both the 2-seat and single. The single seats come back out. It was a 2-seat version of it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get some in for when they come back in stock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Grey and boring. I'm looking at the stash.
Could do a Draken. I've done a Draken for years.
That's not grey and boring.
Well, you can do a grey and boring version. You get two in that. You get the camo or the grey and boring one.
Which one did you last? Yeah, we did the grey one last
I've done both of them before.
Yeah.
Done the both together. To be honest, it was both twin build.
I don't know. There's five's pretty cool. The 32nd one has a gowl.
But it's a horrible kit compared to the Kitty Hawks one, which you can't get.
You can get the RF one.
Yes.
But I don't know if you get the other bit, so you could actually
change it.
Yeah, to a normal
one. Just taking delivery. Oh yeah, we sold. Sorry, do that. Being into astronomy, I used to get sky and telescope magazines years ago. Saw it in a shop the other day. 9 bloody quid.
It's paraphrase. Yeah.
Yes.
Honestly, the magazine is just I was spending, I don't know how much I was spending a month on magazines at one point. And it was just getting ridiculously expensive and it just stopped.
Yes.
It just it just couldn't carry on like that as
no.
When the price of them going up, when they're a few quid, it didn't really matter. You could buy them.
Yeah.
Like I say, when they're written a £5, £6.50 or whatever it is, and I know they've got costs and stuff. I appreciate that, but it's in the pocket after a bit. And then they're doing the specialist ones up, weren't they?
Yeah.
Kind of semi-hardback, I suppose. I don't know what you'd call that sort of book magazine thing they were doing.
Yeah.
Which were nice, but again, they can get pretty pricey. Look at that. Nearly finished.
Tell you what, it's got to go the other bits on. I won't put the tail wheel on yet, but hey, there we go.
Now, that's pretty good to me.
Doing right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got
landing lights to put in.
Got landing.
They're going to drill them and put little dots of colour in.
It's got little dots on it.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, mega.
Yeah.
Never noticed that.
It's got little hole things in there. Look.
Oh yeah.
You can do that. So yeah,
there you go.
There you go. Look
at that.
Dun, dun.
Just in time to wrap it all up.
Yes. So there we go.
How many hours do you reckon that's taken you?
Well, seeing as we've done it quite speedily, if you was to do it in an hourly rate and all the rest of it, I think honestly it's more likely 25 maybe all in. Do you think we've done it over live shows?
How many? Yeah, but we haven't done that many live shows, so you have rattled through it.
Yeah.
Is that a lot of it you've done off cam?
No, I haven't done much off cam. So yeah, it's probably, I would say 20 hours, no more than 20 hours, easily. So I've done a few little bits off camera and that, but nothing, as I say, none of the big stuff. But no, I think, to be honest, when you compare it with this one, so obviously over here we've got the Airfix one, and now you've got the Hobby Boss one, you can see the age of the kits. So obviously this one here now is what? So I built this one in 2015, just before I went over to Alaska. So, that particular kit was cutting edge at its time. It was the new release and all the rest of it. Yeah, and it is, because you've got everything you could ever want, but it's just lacking in a little bit of riveting detail and stuff like that. The Hobby Boss one has got the riveting detail, but it's all recessed. There is some raised stuff on there as well. The wing tank vents and stuff like that are all raised, but the rest of it is all recessed pretty much everywhere. But obviously, if you look at the new Armour Hobby one that's coming down the line, that takes riveting of raised and recessed to an entire new level, because they've done some stuff with the actual fabric on the side. So it's got the runners, it's got the strengtheners into it, where this doesn't have that. It's just got obviously all the runners and the formers in there, but that's it. But the other one's got more in. But if you look at how it's evolved,
Is that sitting higher than that one? Or is that just my angle?
Do you know
that
what?
One looks lower.
I probably, we flattened the wheels off on that.
Oh, right, okay.
As well, so it's probably...
It's
all coming apart now. That's because I only just lent the gear in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, actually. It does look like it's actually a lot bigger, doesn't it, as well? Well, I did put it down. Just to sit there. I won't stay there, just so you can sit. But is it me, or does it look like it's slightly got bigger wings? I don't know. Get the calipers out.
Are we going rivet cutting?
Go rivet cutting.
I don't think it has. I think that's an illusion. I just think it's... Let's move that.
Careful to come off again now.
I don't know. I think it's just a bit of an illusion of them. Yeah, I think it's just an illusion of our sat on the angle. I'm going to crash.
Crash landing.
Wheels fell off. Still looks cool. Nah, they look same scale. They look alright to me.
Right. I think it'd be alright.
Oh, look, Greg's going to get an Academy A10. Yeah, they're in stock, Greg. We have them in stock.
Get
if you ain't
them
got
now
one,
whilst you can.
get one. Because once we tell it to the real world. Thing is, if you're a beginner, you know, they are okay to a point.
Yeah.
But I think you're better off scooting around YouTube. You can learn more watching somebody do it than reading about it.
Well, to be honest,
that's just personal opinion.
My big thing was, and I still maintain it now, probably because I did videos as the first person to do them. Yeah. But I always used to say that, you know, if a picture paints 1,000 words, a video gives you cut the squillion.
Yeah.
Because you can show people, and I used to take the piss, to be honest, with people just pointing paintbrushes at things, because it's like, oh, and here we're putting this on. How?
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to explain that
in text. It's really difficult.
But also, as well, you've got to think in a text form in a magazine. You've only got so many pages.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you're the author of that,
you've
got to try and get as much information in your 4 pages or whatever you've got in that magazine. Obviously, you're doing a video. Not being funny, you could.
Oh yeah, you film Bibles.
You could
easily.
Yes, on just one subject. Obviously, you've got to paraphrase it a little bit on a video, because otherwise it would just drag.
I was lucky because when I did the magazine work, all of my ones are like 5 or 6 pages.
Yeah.
But I know some of the guys do magazine work and they might just get like a 1 page or 2 page. I didn't have to.
Fair play.
But yeah, no. So the thing is, it was that thing. I always find it must be careful. She's behind you.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to.
But you get people and they get maybe just 1 or 2 pages, and they're trying to explain a kit. It must be almost impossible to do it. You need,
however, however good your vocabulary is and stuff, that's got to be. Yeah.
And that's why I always, I sort of moved away from all the sort of magazine work and stuff like that. Purely because, as I say, I'm better off on video because my spelling is appalling. So, yeah, it was just a case of somewhat easier to do it in video format.
Yes, yeah. No, but it's a better way of explaining it, especially this, because I've learned so much from watching you back in the day and other people as well. Because it's quite saturated now with people doing YouTube videos on model making, to be honest. But 5-6 years ago it wasn't. There was only a few.
Yeah.
It's just nice to like I always say, cherry pick different bits what people use, and I never thought of that. Or
and again, like I said as well, is that you get people.
You got to be a sponge and absorb it. You've got to use it and go, no, that's really don't work for me. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And not dismiss it straight away, or try it and go, I'll keep that one. I'll put that one in the memory bank and I can go back to it. And I think that's that's how I've learned. I'm really.
Yeah, no,
really
definitely.
Improved. I think
it is that thing as well that you have to understand that there's different ways of doing the same technique and that, and it's just different styles. And you get some people show you one way, some people do the other, and it's finding the one that works for you.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong.
There's no right or wrong of doing it anyway. You get certain people airbrush one way, other people do others. Yeah. It's what feels and works best for you at the end of the day.
And then and now they're comfortable. It's what people have got different workflow, haven't they?
Yeah.
But like I say, it's not because I'll watch anybody. It's not even the subject matter, I'm only going to watch, because I build planes, I'm only going to watch people build planes.
Yeah.
Well, then you get yourself you're backed into a corner then. So luckily I've got interests sort of across the board from anything. So I watch people build cars, ships. I don't really build ships, but you can always text something what they do. Like the wargaming guys, I watch them, and there's all sorts. And just keeps your knowledge going, doesn't it?
No, it is. I think it's just. It's
I was showing you, a video today of a guy doing a base, didn't I?
Absolutely. We were watching.
And I know you're not a massive YouTube watcher of other people's channels, and I get that completely. I think if it's something you're not comfortable with, it's a good resource to go and and just get an idea.
Yeah, that's it. And again, it's quite nice to sit there and see somebody else do it, and he's just sort of absorbing the way they do it and thinking, I would do it this way slightly different.
Yes, you can tweak it.
You can tweak it, but you've got the basics.
Yeah, that's it. That's the way I look at it. You've got the basics, and you can see what they're doing, and you can tweak it to just suit your style. Yeah?
Yes, absolutely.
So, right.
Apart from Jim, who's got his left arm in a sling after breaking his elbow in a cycling accident last Thursday.
Ooh.
On the disabled list for a few months. You know what you did wrong, Jim?
Fell off.
Be on a bike.
Fell off. I tell you what, I've got sympathy for you with that, Jim. Seriously, breaking the elbow must be awful. I'm not saying breaking anything, but makes me cringy. You're all pinned, I presume, and whatever.
It's probably like that.
Yeah, just hugging himself. Oh,
yeah,
dear
hugging
me.
yourself.
Ooh.
Yes.
I presume your bike was a wreck as well, was it? Is that
Yeah.
a write-off, or can that be sorted?
Mhm.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's not good. What skateboarders do, they do a lot of breaking
Knees
wrists,
and
elbows, and
yes.
dislocations, and
No,
yeah, not much fun. That is it.
not good.
No. So,
Fair enough.
well done with that. Today we're not planned, and we were
I
just
know,
winging
winged
this
it.
and just having a
Complete wing it.
yeah. So
Fair enough. There we go. Anyway, we'll finish that one off next week. We're not with you live this Thursday because obviously we've got a members show on Thursday night for YouTube Land. But obviously, members, you will see us. And Matt will probably be there, blurry-eyed.
Yeah, I might be, I might not. Depends what time we get back. That should be fine.
If he gets back at 5 to 7, he'll be there.
Yeah. No. Should be okay.
Yes. Never mind. Good. Obviously, we'll be back with you tomorrow. We've got a PM show.
Are we doing one, are we? I didn't know if it was or one, but
well,
yes,
we
we
might
can.
as well. We can do that.
Yeah.
We'll just do that early in the morning.
Yeah.
And then we can do that. That's not a problem. And then we'll give you carrying on with the base.
Spinner's different.
Hey?
Spinner's different.
Spinner's different.
That's rounded and that's pointy.
Yeah, they do two different types.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I've heard just, yeah.
Yeah, it's got the blunt one.
Yeah, the blunt one. Yeah.
That's probably why the exhaust's further out.
Could be. You never know. The prop's not a design
The
fault.
props are different as well. That's got the thin props. That's got the thick ones.
Yeah.
So
there you go. The little tweaks.
Little things. Bless them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Rightio.
Right, we will leave it right there. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Absolute pleasure as always. Don't forget you get your bits and pieces over at the pmmodelsk.com store.
Yep.
If you want to be a member of Flory Models as well, pop along to the florymodels.org site. Just click on membership and it will tell you all about in there. If not, give us a like, a subscribe, ring the bell button.
All that.
All of that.
All that YouTube
All of
stuff.
that YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one. I'll get the hang of this one day. Right, okay then guys. Happy modelling. Take care. We'll see you all again very soon.